Hey guys, Odharma here. Welcome back to season number 2. That's right, we made it. Can't believe it, but we made it to season number 2. This is episode 13 of my Manchester United save on Football Manager 20. We're at the point now where we've made all the transfers we're going to make, the ins and outs of this, the start of this season. We're going to look into it in depth because it's been a bit of a roller coaster ride, to be honest with you. Especially compared to last season when we managed to get the targets that we wanted, nip it in the bud quick and focus on bringing them into the squad and bringing up the cohesion of the team and stuff of that nature. So just had a little bit of a brain thought then, as you probably saw. So let's jump into it. We've got our transfer history. We'll look at that first. So as you can see, we've had a whopping 192 million into the club and 73 out of the club. Now let's have a look at the ins. First of all, Haaland. I mean, I think a lot of people are going to sign this kid. I tried to sign him last season. Wonder kid, very exciting for his age. Looks like a great goal scorer, off the ball 18, finishing 16, bravery 16. Composure's 14, which is decent. First touch needs to be improved. Physically, the lad, he's a mountain, and he's got pace and strength, jumping ability. I mean, what's not to like about him really? He's going to be a superstar, hopefully, for us. As for the other ends, another guy in real life that we were linked with, Bruno Fernandes, comes in to play in behind Belotti, really, or the forward of choice, whoever that's going to be, Haaland, Belotti. His value now is 65 million. He just looks unbelievable. Determination 19, flair 17, good leadership, good free kick taking, long shots amazing, passing amazing, technique amazing, physically doesn't have a massive amount of pace, but his technicals are unbelievable. His some of his mentals are unbelievable. He's got a lot of great player traits. Gets the crowd going. Plays 1-2s. Tries killer balls. Shoots from distance, which is alright because his long shots are 17. The only one that's a bit of a concern is argues with officials. Now, this deal is made up of 34.5 mil. And add-ons bumping it up to 58 mil, which I don't think it's not a bad deal really. Not a bad deal at all. Followed that up with a little bargain buy that my scouts came up. I do know this guy, Embolo. We obviously played him last season when he was at Gladbach as well. But he can play striker, but I'm going to play him out as an option on the right. He's a winger. I'm going to work on his train him as a winger. He's not going to play ahead of Chiesa, but it's a good option. Second option for Chiesa, I would say. He's 9 million. Bags of pace. Okay mentals, okay technicals, really. Likes to play 1-2, dives into tackles, a bit of a concern. But I'm hoping there's some of that. There's a bit of a player there for us. Follow that up with another big signing, Lorenzo Pellegrini here. Advanced playmaker position is his go-to, which I will play him in, to be honest with you. This guy will normally play, he'll play as second to Bruno Fernandes in the attacking midfield role. But if we play a strong team and we play a midfield 3 instead of a 4-2-3-1, this is where Pellegrini comes into the fray. And we're going to play that system as much as we're probably going to play the 4-2-3-1. We'll normally play that in home games, I'd imagine, the 4-2-3-1. So this will be our away. This will be our away man. Amazing technicals, okay physicals, great mentals as well. You know, what's not to like? I mean, I used a large chunk of me wages my wages, the transfer budget on this guy with a 54 million minimum cost, bumping up to 57, which is just to win the Europa League effectively. Then the next big signing, the biggest one of all, Ruben Neves. We were looking at him last season. The fact that we couldn't get the transfers that we wanted, which I'll speak about after I've run through all our ins and all our outs. Talk about some near misses and some of the targets that we did have this season. Amazing player, deep line playmaker. He's gonna play, against Cristante, who performed really well this season. So a bit more depth in there. Yeah, just technicals. Great, another great free kick taker, good long shots, great passing and technical ability, decision making, composure. It's just, for a deep line playmaker, his key stats here in the green are just unreal, really. And the blue ones aren't bad as well, to be honest. But it was a big fee. It says 65. I don't remember. I think it was a 40 up front, 40 million up front. 20 million I think it was 20 million in installments, and it was like 20 million after 50 games, and then I think there was a goal bonus in there as well if he scores like 20 goals, which he's not going to score, to be honest with you. And then the last one here, Joshua Wagnerman, just to be a second fullback to Shaw. Mitchell was really good this season, but this kid was young. We had a bit of cash spare. He can play on both sides as well, which is quite handy. So yeah, he's not the greatest ability, but he'll do for a second string. He's better than Mitchell. I compared them stats wise. This guy's better, so Bagnerman comes in. In regards to our outs, we got rid of a few. Romero's maybe the most upsetting of all the transfers we've had out, because I didn't actually want to get rid of him, but Norwich put an offer in, and I was like, I looked and I seen that Dean Henderson was of a similar ability, and I was like, well, I might as well put Hendo in as my backup goalkeeper, because he will get games. Like Romero got a few games last season. I would have liked to have had a few more, but there was games where I'd forget to put him in like cup matches, being an idiot, but that's my fault. But yeah, he was a great servant to the club. He's moved on to Norwich for a sum of 17.25 million. Then follow that up with Fred. Now I sold him thinking that I was going to buy Sandro Tonali. But then Sanchez came back and messed up my wages. I couldn't put the deal through for Tonali because I didn't have enough wage budget. But I'd sold Fred on the cheap, and we got a good deal for him, really. I tried to barter with them, but they weren't having any of it. They're like, 30 million, that is it. That's all you're getting off us. So I took it, thinking that we were going to bring Tonali in, which obviously you can see that we didn't, because of the whole Sanchez situation coming back off loan. Scuppered our plans, really, on that one. Nonetheless, we brought in a few quality midfielders, so it's worked out alright in the end, but it was a bit nervy at first. And we had Alderweireld there. Again, another one where we'll talk about who I had on the shortlist to replace, or a centre-back that was on my hit list. So I sold him to make room in the wage budget. He didn't really want to go. We sold him for 15 million. Could have got a bit more, really, but they were really driving a hard bargain with us. So yeah, it is what it is, I guess. Smalling gone as well, off the wage bill. I wanted him. Obviously, he was on loan last season at Roma. Performed well, as far as I'm aware. They got to the Europa League final, and he played in that. But yeah, got rid of him, got him off the books. Alexis Sanchez is the man that was causing all the problems for us. I'm just glad he's gone. he was kicking up a fuss. He was like, no, I'm seeing out my contract because he's on 400k. I don't blame him. I would do the same if I was him. On that amount of money, that was ridiculous. But we are paying... does it show it on here? It doesn't show it. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah. So we're paying 245,000 a week of his wages, which is not ideal, but that freed up at least 155k of wages, which is decent because none of these players, like Pellegrini and Neves, are above that. So we've saved a little bit. I mean, I would have liked to them have paid more, but to get him off, like, they just wouldn't. They were just like, nah, you've got to pay 245k. That's, or else we're not taking him. And I was just like, yeah, it's better than nothing. So that's the end of the big transfer outs, I guess. We'll look at our scouting and shortlist, and I'll run through kind of little bits and bobs that happened. Harry Kane was the first one. We would you believe, we agreed a deal with him. It was 90 million, I believe. It was like 40 million up front, 30 million in instalments, and then 20 million in like league appearances, I think. Yeah, we agreed the deal with him. This was after literally the first couple of days of the transfer window opening. Yeah, we agreed the deal. He agreed the contract and then decided to join PSG instead. For less money as well, because we were going to pay him like 230, I think it was 230k a week. I guess it might have worked out in the end because we've managed to strengthen our midfield. But, I mean, a quality striker like Kane, you know, he could have made all the difference for us this season, but we'll never know, I guess, because he's going to be locked into PSG for a while now. Yeah, 2025, and I doubt they're going to let him go anyway. So yeah, at least he's moved out of the league, so that's one less quality striker, I guess. Then another top transfer target was Milinkovic-Savic. We agreed a deal. He didn't want to agree terms. He didn't want to speak to us about negotiating a contract. I tried it multiple times. He just didn't want any of it. So there wasn't really much more we could do on that one. This guy here, I've not heard of him before. Mikel Oyarzabal. I don't know if he's really good in real life, or yeah, I'm not too sure. I've never heard of the guy, to be honest with you. But his value was massive. They just weren't going to sell him. They just weren't going to sell him at all. Yeah, it was frustrating. We put in like a decent amount, close to the estimated cost. In fact, we put in a bit more than that with like instalments and, you know, extra add-ons and stuff like that. But then the board were like, they stopped us from negotiating because they felt that we'd overpaid for him. But I really think he looked really good. He's got no standout. He's got a couple of standout stats there. But he's just so solid overall, and he was way better than Lingard. Let's have a compare with who we've got now, Fernandes. Just quickly, just to see. Fernandes, where are you? Let's have a look now. Overview. Yeah, he's better defending, better aerial, but they are pretty close really in quality. Attributes wise, it says that Fernandes is better mentally, but Oyarzabal is better physically. That's really, so it's kind of what you want from the player really. Yeah, but we couldn't get him in anyway. Tonali we've already spoke about. Sanchez ruined that for us, cheers, and now he's gone to Newcastle for 8 million, absolute bargain. Bentancur was another one because we couldn't get Savic, so I was like, alright, this guy. Same thing as Savic, he didn't want, we agreed a fee, it was like 70 million I think, but he just didn't want to know contract wise, he wasn't interested. And then the guy that we were going to sign to replace Alderweireld, that's why we sold Alderweireld, jumped the gun a little bit, was Christopher Eger. And they're still going to sign this guy because I looked and compared them both, and he was better in every aspect of his game. Not massively, don't get me wrong, but he's still going to improve on that as well. And he was better than Alderweireld in every department effectively. So he's definitely definitely one that I'm going to keep my eye on. And hopefully Tottenham struggle this season, which means that next season we'll be able to sign him. As for the others here, all these I was interested in just keeping an eye on. Danny Almo I was close to signing, but now that was kind of similar situation to Tonali. But now every time I've tried to try and go after him again, you don't want to know, effectively. So yeah. Alright guys, we're back, and as you can see it's been a little while because I got a smart meter fitted today and the guy struggled to do it. It took him like 3 hours to do it, or three and a half hours instead of like 2 hours. So yeah, it's a bit later than expected, but I'm gonna jump back in. I literally don't know where we're up to be honest with you. Scouting, I think we talked about this on the shortlist. All the players we wanted to look at getting, like Ajer and Tonali and Oyarzabal. But we're going to play the first game of this season, so it's exciting, and it's against Tottenham, our favourite individuals. I'm only going to play one in today's episode, I think, because we spent a lot of time on the transfers. So we'll just have just one episode today with it. Let's just have a quick pick, which sees this team. Wan-Bissaka's out injured at the moment. Haaland, Bellerini. Where's Martial? No. That'll do us nicely. We'll go positive. Let's run through the team in a second. Right. I'm expecting improved performances, I would say. Right, the team is as follows for the game against Tottenham. De Gea in goal, Dalot right back, Tuanzebe, Maguire centre back, left back Shaw, central midfield of Neves, Pogba, Chiesa right wing, attacking midfield Bruno Fernandes, left wing Rashford, Belotti up top. They've not managed to replace Kane, I see, because they're playing Dele Alli up top, which is interesting. And they brought Decore in. We were kind of looking at him a little bit. We're probably never going to buy him. I just thought it would be interesting to see how his stats measured up to. Oh my god. Alright then, Heung-min Son's just fired one home to make it 1-0. Jesus, absolutely brilliant start. Neves with a little cute clipped pass over there. Maguire on the ball now. Gives it to Rashford. First game of the season, would like a win, even though it is against Tottenham, who are still a top 6 team. In my book anyway. I mean, they've lost Kane, but apparently that doesn't matter. Bruno Fernandes playing it into Maguire. To Ruben Neves, who shoots and it's deflected out for another corner, I believe. Bruno Fernandes again delivering the ball. And nothing comes from it. Same with a get creative. I've had 2 clear cuts already. It's a bit, so hoping that means that, we're going to get some goals today. Rashford down the wing. Rashford cuts inside. Oh, Rashford. Needs to put that one away. 3 clear-cut chances. It's always frustrating when you see a clear-cut chance go awry, and we've had 3 already and we've not scored 1 goal. So, oh my god. Right, Decore with his first goal of the season, but second goal for Tottenham. Brilliant. Fantastic. Couldn't be more happy with this performance. Oh my god, I thought it was 3-0 then. Need to switch it up. It's not working as of right now. Lindelof on. Created absolutely 0 opportunities in this second half, and it looks like Tottenham are going to hand us our first defeat of the season in our first game of the season, and it could not be a worse start for us. I mean, it's a joke when you've had 4 clear cuts and you can't score 1 goal, but you know. Holly makes it 3. Trying to chase the game. Get caught out. Defensively, we've been absolutely horrific. Going forward, been terrible. Oh, God. Tottenham 3, Manchester United 0. Hit the dressing room, tell them it was disappointed. Get lost out of here right now before I lose my fucking mind. Right, let's have a look at the schedule. We're going to come back. Come back for the Man City. Probably the Man City and Europa League group stage game. So yeah. On this very somber mood. Thank you all very much for watching. Like it if you liked it. Dislike it if you disliked it. Comment if you want to comment on it. Subscribe if you want to subscribe. And again, cheers for watching. And I'll see you in the next episode. Cheers.